I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon and welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Traders in LUSAKA protest over land deal involving a Chinese investor. The central bank backs fuel and electricity adjustments. Join with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the media news in detail. The LUSAKA High Court has held that at least 5 guns were not submitted for testing when a ballistic expert was conducting a test on firearms to determine which gun killed State Prosecutor Nsamach Pyoka and UPND sympathizer Joseph Kaunda. This is in a case in which Constable Fanuel Nyundu is facing 2 counts of murder for allegedly shooting dead a National Prosecutions Authority prosecutor Pyoka and UPND sympathizer Kaunda last year in December. When the matter came up for continued cross-examination, ballistic expert Daniel Banda testified that he does not know the number of firearms or police officers that were deployed at the scene on the 23rd of December 2020. However, Mr. Banda has confirmed with the court that 4 guns were not submitted to him for testing, contrary to his report, which indicated that 5 guns were missing.
It looks just like yesterday when State Prosecutor Nsamach Pyoka and the UPND sympathizer Joseph Kaunda were allegedly shot dead by the police. On the 23rd of December 2020, the country was served with the most disturbing news: how the 2 deceased were allegedly shot dead when officers were trying to dispense UPND supporters who had gone to offer their solidarity to President Hakainde Hichilema, then UPND leader, when he appeared before the police force headquarters for questioning over a land in Kalomo. Almost a year from the time they were killed, the High Court in LUSAKA has continued to hear chilling testimonies from different witnesses on what transpired that mature day. In the last court session, testimony was heard from a ballistic expert that a single bullet allegedly killed the 2 victims. However, this testimony also changed during cross-examination, as the witness told the court that it was doubtful if the same bullet killed the 2 victims. A firearm bearing serial number EN2650 has been produced as evidence, being the said gun that allegedly killed Mr. Pyoka and Kaunda. Fanuel Nyundu, a police constable, has been linked to this case and accused of 2 counts of murder. He is alleged to be the police officer who is said to have used the firearm bearing the said serial number. In a twist of event, the court Wednesday morning heard that not all firearms that were used by officers who were deployed at the scene on the 23rd of December 2020 were submitted for testing. A ballistic expert, Daniel Banda, who has been on stand since trial commenced and is also an assistant superintendent at police force headquarters in the forensic department, confirmed with the court that 4 firearms were never submitted to him during the time he was conducting a test to determine which specific gun was used to shoot dead the 2 victims. However, the defense challenged his testimony as it was contrary to his report, as the report done by Mr. Banda revealed that at least 5 guns were not submitted to him for testing. Other witnesses that testified before court were Evans Musonda, the brother to Mr. Joseph Kaunda, and John Kazimbe, the cousin to Mr. Nsamach Pyoka, who confirmed with the court what they witnessed during the time a post-mortem was done on their relatives. Trial in this matter continues. Miriam Kaimba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Over 500 marketeers trading on the land belonging to ZECO at LUSAKA Market have protested after the land in question, which is allegedly up for sale to a Chinese investor. In an interview with Camnet News, the traders have called on the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gary Nkombo, to ensure that citizens are protected, stating that they have nowhere to trade from because existing markets have no space. They have challenged the new administration to live up to its promises of encouraging youth and women entrepreneurship.
In Zambia's economy, which has further been made more harsh due to the coronavirus that has slowed down economic activities, many citizens have adjusted their lifestyle so as to earn a living. These are traders in LUSAKA Market who say they have been trading from ZECO land, which is part of the market, for many years due to the lack of market space within the formal market. Some have even set camp here and put up tents as they try to maximize their businesses. However, the traders, who are over 500 in number, stood up in protest on Wednesday after they heard that the land they have been earning a living on is up for sale to a Chinese investor.
Bambi twalikwata abana tatwakwata abalume nombanga batamfya muno Chinese washitro bashitisheko twalaya kwisa bandi market yesu buseko kulya yaliswa nabe nabantu besa abekhala muno abaleta mauzo abalishitana nkani bala fyakula kana pesa musebo mudama musebo bali bafunisha ati tetbalesha muzo nomba foto kalatantika kwisa
so ise tipempa kuli wa president batandizire parino land ni land ya government fishinga stifuna bajama managers wenza ma managers kuzeko kuja ndi bali mbikira ino land kuti ino land bagusa kuma Chinese government zisepo so ise sidachitatora rate kuti ino land bagulise aba bantu bazaenda kuti bantu aswakwenda marketiers obwana magatundu kuchwa kutali kuma mongu kuma kupa beoti katambira pano pauze kuti trade pano pauze pali mayuthi pano wanawo posta mapisu weki baje bazaenda kuti kwa mafisha
ero bapitse bayiche bali toba kwati nambire business neshindimo aiche so I encourage the youth kwamba wangu business abantu bakalastisha kwisa
so ni pempa kwa president batu batimvereko at least maro ngati bafuna okulisa basagulise ndafanye mwameti pezekera muno ndo mwameti pezera bakuti titandizira na bana batu.
LUSAKA Market spokesperson Mr. Michisha Milimo says the new administration should come to the aid of the market traders as they have nowhere to go.
The market has got two compartments, the eastern side and western side here where we are. So these people you are seeing here, they come from very far. And from our finding out when we came in power, this land has got 3 title deeds which people we don't know who are the owners of this place. Okay? So, if then when PF was ruling, why didn't these people come and claim this land to say it belongs to them? But today, me as a spokesperson, I'm saying let the government come and intervene to this issue before something else can happen.
However, when contacted, the Public Relations Unit at the Ministry of Local Government requested for a press query, which was not responded to by broadcast time. The traders have since challenged the new administration to ensure that Zambians are not disadvantaged but provided with alternative markets before investors can be welcomed into the country. Zipora Mshala, Camnet News, LUSAKA.
In other news, the Bank of Zambia has raised interest rate by 50 basis points to 9.0% to help bring down high inflation. Monetary policy is the control of the quantity of money available in an economy and the channels by which new money is supplied. Bank of Zambia Governor Dani Kalyalia told a press conference in LUSAKA Wednesday that the hike is aimed at bringing inflation back to target, but also took into account the need to continue supporting the economy and maintain financial stability.
The primary objective of monetary policy is to reach and maintain a low and stable inflation rate and to achieve a long-term gross domestic product (GDP) growth trend. Wednesday, the Bank of Zambia responded by raising the interest rates by 50 basis points to 9.0% from 8.50% to help bring down high inflation. Bank of Zambia Governor Dr. Denny Karyaria explains that the move is aimed at ensuring financial stability.
The decision of the Monetary Policy Committee is that we decided to raise the policy rate by 50 basis points, which brings it to 9% from its previous 8.5%. The magnitude may surprise you many, or even the fact that we had to raise the policy rate under the current circumstances. But there are a number of factors that underpinned that decision.
The annual inflation was running at more than 21% in October, down from a peak of above 24% in the middle of the year, but still well above the Bank of Zambia's 6 to 8% target. Dr. Karyaria says inflation is expected to average 15.1% next year and 9.03% in the first quarter of 2023. This week's monetary policy meeting was Dr. Karyaria's first since his reappointment in September by President Hakainde Hichilema, who succeeded Edgar Lungu, who had earlier fired him prior to the August 12 general election.
Administrative adjustment to fuel, pump prices and the electricity tariffs. The reasons are sound because you want to restore fiscal sustainability, but in so doing, there is that inflationary pressure that sets in when you do that. But the expectation is that that's a necessary adjustment to enable us going forward to enjoy better prices for fuel, better tariffs and supply of electricity going forward. Because if we don't do that, we'll continue having the challenges that we have been facing.
Zambia has more than 14 billion of external debt, and the central bank urged the government to complement fiscal reforms to complement an objective for low and stable inflation.
We see that the modest adjustment in the policy rate took account of the need to continue supporting economic activity and maintain financial stability. Further, the committee calls for effective implementation of fiscal reforms to complement the achievement of low and stable inflation.
According to the central bank, economic growth this year was seen at 3.3%, with growth of 3.5% and 3.7% forecast in 2022 and 2023 respectively. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
That news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Traders in Lusaka protest over land deal involving a Chinese investor. The central bank backs fuel and electricity adjustments. Thank you for joining us. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.